cried, and I was angry.
A lot of people are upset. All of my group chats are raging, all of the group me's, all of the slacks, everybody is raging.
They say the people and experiences close to them are being ripped away. According to our partners at the American Statesman, at least 60 staff members who were previously in DEI roles have been notified that their last day is at the end of the semester. In a letter to the UT community, President Jay Harsel wrote in part, quote, "To reduce overlap, we are closing the division of campus and community engagement and redistributing the remaining programs," end quote. That division used to be DEI related and, like similar departments, had to change its name in January because of the new law.
This is just Texas. Texas does not want us here. Texas has never wanted us here.
Christiana McAfee with the Black Student Alliance says a lot of the DEI related jobs are filled with people who look like her.
For most of us Black students, these are our only letters of recommendation. These are the only people that we can get close enough with to build a further relationship with us.
And a lot of them were just there for me and gave me a lot of resources, and were always there when I was unsure of what to do or if I just wasn't feeling right about something.
Oh man, DEI is gone. It is gone. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is out of there. Out of there. And they are upset, man. They are upset. Senate Bill 17 passed in Texas. I think this was a while back, right? But, it took some time to actually go into effect. And now it has. And, there are some folks, as you saw there, Black women, which isn't surprising considering the polling, have an issue with it. I don't. I really don't. See, I don't think we should be focusing on skin color. But of course, people call me, Uncle T and, some other negative words and names, even though someone that a lot of Black folks look up to, his name is Martin Luther King Jr. You might have heard of the guy, right? You might have heard of him. Even that guy said we shouldn't be judged by the color of our skin. Rather, we should be judged by the content of our character. And yet, these folks continually want to go back to color of skin, which is something that we tried so hard. Well, folks that came before me tried so hard to get away from. And it's funny that the Democrat Party is trying to take us back to it. If you know the history of the Democrat Party, they're just what's that phrase Jen Psaki always said? Circling back, right? They're just circling back to their roots. That's what the Democrat Party is trying to do: recreate segregation all over again in the name of equity, right? They just put a fancy, nice shiny name on it and just brought it back. It's the same result. You're segregating people based on skin color. And I think it's time that we call it out for what it is. We should not be doing that. I don't care if you're white, black, blue, purple, tall, short, fat, skinny, gay, or straight. If you qualify for the job or if you qualify for the school, you should get in. It should be that simple. It should be that simple. Your skin color should not come into that equation whatsoever. I don't care if all white people got into the school. Well, nobody Black was able to, compete. Like, what's wrong with competing? Oh, well, Black people, not all Black people come from bad situations, because that's what someone has said to me before in an argument. And yeah, they got absolutely embarrassed. So you're saying all Black people are poor? No, not all Black people are poor. So, well, a predominant of Black people. Oh, so what you're saying is Black people can't overcome any type of struggle. That's what you're saying? Because there's white poor people too. There's Asian poor people. There's Mexican poor people, right? There's all types of poor folks. Poor doesn't have a skin color on it. Poor is just poor. But we have to force these individuals into these types of situations when Thomas Sowell actually said something a while back that was interesting to me. He said DEI is actually quite negative when it comes to school admissions, because a lot of the time what happens is you put these kids who aren't qualified for the curriculum at these very prestigious schools, you put them in these schools and they're set up for failure because they were never capable of succeeding within that environment in the first place. But because of DEI, you wanted to throw them in there anyway. When in reality, you should have put them in a school that was based on their skill level. But hey,
UT Austin is reportedly getting ready to lay off as many as 60 employees who were in diversity, equity, and inclusion-related jobs at the university.
It's a byproduct of Senate Bill 17, the state's ban on DEI initiatives at public universities. It comes a week after the state senator who wrote the bill warned university system leaders about not complying with it. KVU's Darrenisha Heron spoke with students about these changes tonight. She joins us now live from campus with more. Darrenisha.
Quita and Brian, students tell me over 1,000 of them got together in a private meeting tonight to talk about how to stop this. Like many of those possibly 60 staff members, they were shocked because everyone was under the impression that these jobs were secure. UT students are mobilizing after learning that some staff members will be fired because of the trickle-down effect of SB 17, which bans diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at public universities.
Honestly, I cried and I was angry.
A lot of people are upset. All of my group chats are raging, all of the group me's, all of the slacks, everybody is raging.
They say the people and experiences close to them are being ripped away. According to our partners at the American Statesman, at least 60 staff members who were previously in DEI roles have been notified that their last day is at the end of the semester. In a letter to the UT community, President Jay Harsell wrote in part, quote, "To reduce overlap, we are closing the Division of Campus and Community Engagement and redistributing the remaining programs," end quote. That division used to be DEI related and, like similar departments, had to change its name in January because of the new law.
This is just Texas. Texas does not want us here. Texas has never wanted us here.
Christiana McAfee with the Black Student Alliance says a lot of the DEI related jobs are filled with people who look like her.
For most of us Black students, these are our only letters of recommendation. These are the only people that we can get close enough with to build a further relationship with us.
A lot of them were just there for me and gave me a lot of resources and were always there when I was unsure of what to do or if I just wasn't feeling right about something.
Harsell also says staff members whose positions are being eliminated can apply to existing open positions at the university. And just 40 minutes ago, House Speaker Dade Phelan issued a statement on social media saying the DEI ban was meant to, quote, cultivate and an education system that celebrates diversity of thought while also ensuring every student, regardless of their background, has an equal opportunity to succeed, end quote. And he applauds today's action by UT. Now, UT has not confirmed how many staff members will be fired, but I know that the students say they worry that some of the classes that they love will be next to go. They hope that the community will rally behind them. Live at the University of Texas.
Hope that the community will rally behind them because some of their classes now may go. That is actually a benefit to you, so you're not going to wasteful classes. Multicultural class. Like what? Good luck in the real world with a degree in multiculturalism. Like, come on now. But, once again, I do think this is a fantastic idea, and I think it should be applied across this nation. We should not be separating each other based on skin color. Doesn't matter. Black people aren't the only people that have ever struggled on this planet or even in this country, right? There's lots of different types of folks from all different types of backgrounds and skin colors that have also struggled, including white people. So, like, this whole, oh, well, we struggled, so there's lots of other people that struggle too. Lots of other folks, and also having those types of programs creates people like this. You guys might actually remember this because I touched on this a while back. Actually, I think I made an entire video on it. But having those types of programs creates people like this.
What did I do wrong?
You have a better. You're offensive. Police lives matter?
You have the same sticker.
We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
We've got a Police Lives Matter sticker and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. Nobody's kicking out. You just said we have to leave.
No, I said you're making this space uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space? It means you're not being centered.
White's not a culture?
No, it's not a culture. White is not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a culture?
This is insane.
So anyways, this is the violence that ASU does, and this is the type of people that they protect. Okay, this white man thinks he...
Notice she said this is the violence. Where's the violence? Where? I saw two gentlemen sitting down in a chair, minding their own darn business, getting yelled at. Where's the violence? Where is it? But that is why I listen, or one of the reasons why I am in favor of getting rid of this type of stuff, because it's absolutely ridiculous. And I got another clip as well that you guys might remember, okay? If you didn't, well, if you don't, I should say. Here you go.
Public service announcement. Excuse me. If y'all didn't know, this is the MSC, and frankly, there's just too many white people in here, and this is a space for people of color. So just be really cognizant of the space that you're taking up, because it does make some of us POCs uncomfortable when we see too many white people in here. It's only been open for 4 days, and frankly, there's the whole university for a lot of y'all to be at, and there's very few spaces for us. So keep that in mind. Thank you.
Very few spaces for us. You realize you have the entire campus, right? Same as white folks. There's no laws or any legislation that's stopping you from using the rest of the campus. The only person stopping you is you. So at that point, it's your fault that that's your only space. The only person stopping you is you. You can go anywhere on that campus, the same as any white person, the same as any Asian person, the same as any Mexican, the same as any whatever, the same as a tall person, the same as a short person, the same as a fat person, the same as a skinny person. You can go anywhere on that campus you want. The fact that that's your only space, that's your fault. Yours. But this is the type of stuff that DEI breeds. It breeds stuff like this. This ignorant way of thinking. So ignorant. We need to be segregated. The people that came before us fought to get rid of segregation. And now you got some young folks fighting, young Democrats fighting to go back to it. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. Goodness gracious. And once again, never mind. I'll just say this. If you look at the polls, stuff like that isn't surprising, right? Stuff like that is not surprising. Trump 24, man. Can't wait. Can't wait. And let's end all of the things that are like this. Yeah, of course, Democrats are going to yell, kick, and scream. Oh, racist, racist. No. We're all humans. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, blue, or purple. We can all go into the same spaces. We're not going to do segregated graduations, segregated study spaces, right? You can go anywhere you want. There are no laws stopping you. So do it. And that's the way we're going to live life. Amongst each other, the way that it should be. Not segregated. Not, well, this is my space. This is our space. No. It's everyone's space. Everyone. Act like it. Peace and love, family. I'm out.